you follow high school sports? The San Diego Union Tribune's free UT Preps app is the go-to source for your favorite high school sports teams. Get schedules, scores, standings, news, and more right on your phone. Follow your favorite high school team by sport. Share photos and videos right from the game. See rosters and player profiles complete with game-by-game statistics and receive push notifications for game updates. Don't miss any of the action at Oceanside, Chula Vista, Torrey Pines, and many more San Diego schools. Download the free UT Preps app on Google Play or the Apple App Store.
Welcome to another edition of the San Diego Prep Insider Podcast. Tommy Morris with Montell Allen, as always, from NBA Sports Recruiting and San Diego Friday Night Lights magazine. Montell, you're going to be in town pretty soon, aren't you?
Yeah, I'm going to be in town on the 24th at Romero Athletics, giving a presentation on recruiting, giving everyone the ins and outs and the truths about recruiting and how to get yourself recruited, actually.
Yeah, I thought we might as well get that endorsement out right in the beginning there, because it is important for some of these kids to know exactly how to get recruited and that kind of stuff, and you do an amazing job with it. So without further ado, let's get right to our top 10 list. Montell, what are your 10?
Wow, my 10 is, man, this past week was crazy. My 10 has actually changed around, especially on the bottom half. I got number 10 at Valhalla at 6-1, playing good ball over there in East County. Big shout out to Danny Bender over there and Logan Baker, playing excellent ball right now. They're going to have a big test coming up pretty soon. My number 9 is Christian. They play their hearts out. My condolences go out to the Hart family, the Lion family over there. But Christian's playing excellent ball. I hope they continue to be successful. Number 8 is LCC. They had that tough loss. Against Carlsbad. Number 7, Modern Day, keeps it rolling. CJ Verdell and those guys are keeping it going. Madison had a big win this week over Point Loma. I like them at number 6. Number 5 is Mission Bay, and undefeated over there. Clark, Ransom, and Dumas. Congratulations to Dumas for getting an offer from Northern Arizona. They're playing great ball. Another undefeated team is at number 4, which is Westview. And then, the usual suspects is the top 3. Saints at number 3. My coin toss again, this time in favorite over at Mission Hills. So I got Helix at number 2 and Mission Hills at number 1.
All right, I'll go through mine really quickly as well. Again, a couple of new guys in there for me as well. Number 10, Lacoste Canyon after the loss last week. Number 9, Valhalla, making their first appearance in my top 10. Modern Day at number 8, right back in there. They were in there to start, then they had that one game where they had to give it up, and now they're back in there, and now they're at number 8. For the first time for me, Mission Bay at number 7. So a huge shakeup again in the bottom half is mine as well. Madison at number 6, just like you have them. A team you don't have, I got them at 5, so maybe we got to talk about this at some point. Cathedral, I have at number 5. I know the win-loss is not exactly in their favor, but the great team still. Number 4, I as well have Westview. Number 3, also Saints. Number 2, Mission Hills. And number 1, still, I think there's maybe been 1 week where they have not been number 1 for me. It is Helix.
Yes, sir.
So we will get to our predictions now, and again, before we even get there, we got to make another notice. We got to recap last week's picks.
Yes, yes, and we got University City. Those guys, wow! First of all, guys, congratulations on the big win against Bishops last week. I know me and Tommy both picked against you guys. You guys played an excellent game and got the win over there. I'm just excited about their fan base and those guys. One, they watch our podcast. So, I don't know if they use that as motivation or not, but 2, you guys are playing really, really good ball at University. We do recognize you guys out there doing a really good job. That's not the case at all. I hope you guys continue to continue to go ahead and league, and we look to cover you guys during playoffs. What about you, Tom? You got anything to add?
Yeah, I got that as well. We invited Jonathan Go, one of my favorite guys on Twitter, to join us. We'll still see if we can get him towards the end of the show. But, man, it was ugly for us this week. It was tough. Carlsbad beat Lacoste Canyon, which neither of us saw coming. We both got Madison correct. I got the Poway game, so I was kind of proud of myself there. Kind of a little bit of an upset there, beating Mount Carmel at home. We both had Bonita Vista. We both had Westview. That was a great game as well. And then the one we were just talking about, University City beating the Bishop School on, last second. Bishop had a chance for a field goal there, but Uni City pulls it off. So, hey, only 1 loss for that team so far this year. But we got to make a bounce back this week, Montell. I know we had a tough one. So
last week was tough, man. The teams are playing excellent ball. It's funny. It's like the teams that we had a little bit of edge over some of the other teams. It's starting to become an even queue now in the middle of the season. I don't know if it's because of just fatigue or injuries or what can be, but the disparity of teams isn't so much no more. The elite are going to pull away, obviously, but the guys that are mid-range guys are playing good games. I mean, when you get games that are 21-20, 17-14, those means guys are playing really, really hard ball. So I'm excited, man. I'm glad we're coming to the second half of the season. So this is great.
All right, so our first game that we're going to pick up in the North County, it's Westview traveling to La Costa Canyon.
You want me to go first or you?
I will go first. You know what? You normally go first. I'll go first this time.
Okay.
Westview, I love you guys. I normally, last week was my first time picking you guys. I was worried I was going to jinx you, and I didn't. But La Costa Canyon, I know. Westview's still undefeated. I have them ranked higher than I have La Costa Canyon, but for some reason, I don't know what it is. I just feel like the Mavericks are going to pull this one off at home. Montell, who do you have?
I'm going to allow you to make up some ground on this one. You know what? I'm going to go with Westview. And I love Tanner Clark. I know LCC is going to come out with the red in their eyes. They want blood, especially for last week for losing that Carlsbad game so close. And they had a chance to, kind of get back in it. They're going to play on a lot of emotion there. But Westview has been battle tested. They beat San Marcos earlier this year. They beat a couple other good teams this year. They know teams coming there with an emotion trying to knock them off their undefeated record. And somehow they'll be able to stay calm and stay focused on their game. I think Westview's defense is going to cause Tanner Clark some problems, just like Carlsbad defense did. I think they're going to try to take a page from there. And I think Westview's offense is a little bit better than Carlsbad's. So I'm going to take Westview in the win. I know LCC. I know that's more fuel for fire to get you guys excited. But this is why we're predicting. I'm going to stick with it. I'm a believer. I think they're going to go 8-0.
All right, there you go. Montell predicting Westview to go 8-0. Staying up north, we have 3 North County games this week. We're going to go ahead and talk about Mount Carmel traveling to Rancho Bernardo.
Go ahead. You go first. I'm sorry.
Oh, man. This is fun. Me going first. This is new. I love Mount Carmel. I think RB, though, is going to take this one. Good running game, and it's hard to beat a consistent running attack. So Rancho Bernardo, I have them at home over the Sun Devils.
I had the same thing. I think RB is going to take this one. Mark Carmel last week, the inconsistency worries me. And they had to pull the quarterback, the starting quarterback at one point in the game because they couldn't get anything going. And it's a shame because I think Mark Carmel has a lot of weapons on that squad. They just couldn't get the ball rolling. And I think, coming from one bad game now to going into RB, which is going to be enemy territory, RB is going to be real fired up to play. I think it's going to be a little bit too much for them to overcome. I'm going to go with RB.
All right, so we agree on this one. So I'm going to keep going first. This is fun. Here's our third and final North County game. Oceanside going to Carlsbad. Carlsbad coming off of a huge win. Last week we just talked about Oceanside coming off a loss, which is why we saw them drop down in the rankings this week. But Oceanside, I think, will bounce back. They will pick up the win at Carlsbad. What do you think, Montell?
Ooh, I don't like the way Oceanside's playing. I mean, the last 2 weeks, it seemed. And I'm going to go, I don't see the trend changing right now. I'm going to go Carlsbad win the win. So that's 2 games you can make up on me possibly right now.
There we go.
And no disrespect to Oceanside. They're just not, right now, something's not clicking with them. Not sure what it is. I know Cassidy and that defense over there is fired up to play this game. This will be a statement game for Carlsbad to get themselves back in the hunt and back in the race and back in the running and everyone talking about them. I think they pull it off at home.
All right, so you got Carlsbad. Our next game going down south, Bonita, Vista, and Olympian. Olympian with the most underrated player in the county. I will say it a million times every time we talk about Olympian. Gary Cannon, probably the most underrated team in the county as well.
Yep.
Unfortunately, I think Bonita Vista will be too much. I saw them play in person. I think they got a lot of weapons, and I think it will be a lot closer than a lot of people think, but I've got Bonita Vista in this one.
I'm going to agree with you on that one. I think Bonita Vista has a little bit too much offensive firepower for Olympian. Olympian's one of those teams that they can surprise you. I'll put it this way. I'm going to go with Bonita Vista, but I would not be surprised if somehow Olympian pulls it off. It wouldn't shock me one bit at all. But I just, right now, at least looking on paper and seeing the way they play, I think Bonita Vista just has too many offensive weapons, with Harrison and Ezekiel and, the running back over there. They just got a lot going on. And I think Bonita Vista is just starting to click. So I'm going to stick with Bonita Vista as well.
Yeah, a team that's new to our top 10, to both of our top 10s, Valhalla, going out to face Helix.
Do you have to say something?
Or excuse me, Helix will go to Valhalla, so it is a home game for the Norsemen. But hey, Helix, my number one team. I will always pick Helix in any game that we put up here. So Helix.
You know, I love Bender. I love you, Baker. I love the running back they have over Valhalla. The quarterback Phillip over there. I love them guys. I think they're playing good ball. They're overmatched though. It's plain and simple. They're overmatched by Helix. Forrest on the D line over at Helix. You know, the usual suspects: Stinson, Scotty Young, and those guys. They're playing with red in their eye. They looking to prove a point against everyone in the county they play, and they're playing very hard and very ferocious, I should say, because they're putting on hits like no other. Stinson and those guys are running the ball wild. Helix is just, I mean, I know Pick Mission Hills is number one, but Helix is the number one AB, however you want to flip it. Just get them. You know, I think Helix is going to put it on them, and I think Helix is probably going to try to make a statement in this game and try to put a lot of points on those guys to make a statement that they are the best team in the East County and the best team in San Diego.
All right, so moving on to our sixth and final game, probably the biggest game of the year every single year in San Diego County. It's the Holy Bowl. Saints going to Cathedral. It's going to be an exciting one. And if it's a precursor at all, I have Cathedral in my top 10 all the way up to number 5 this week. So guess who I'm going to pick at home, Montell?
Cathedral.
Give me the Dons. I'll take the Dons in the Holy Bowl. It's going to be a great one. It'll be it'll be an all-timer. I can't wait to see this game. I've got Cathedral in the Holy Bowl.
Got you. And I'm going to see your bet, and I'm going to go with the Saints.
Hey.
I'm going to questioning the boys. Mr. Sayal over there on defense and Sims. I think they got enough in the tank to get them. I know Cathedral is beyond battle-tested at this point. I mean, I know Tyson and those guys are ready to rock and roll and go. I do not think they have enough on the offensive side to compete with Saints. I think the Saints defense is very underrated. I think they put a lot on a lot of people over there. Ask Madison when they played them. They got a lot on defense they can stop. I think they can stop anybody in the county, bar none except for maybe the 2 top teams. I think Cathedral is going to have a hard time scoring, and Saints is going to grind it out with Elijah. So I'm going with the Saints, my man.
Here we go. I mean, this might be the week with the most discrepancies in our picks ever. I don't think we've ever had 3. So this is going to be a big week for us. So we'll just recap them real quick. Westview, you have Westview, I have La Costa Canyon. We both have Rancho Bernardo over Mount Carmel. I've got Oceanside. You've got Carlsbad. Both Bonita Vista. Both have Helix. And in the big one, you've got Saints. I've got Cathedral. Records right now, you're at 35-13, leading me by 2 games in my 33-15 record. So Montell, before we go, we might want to do a little bonus prediction here. I don't know how you feel about this. Let's kick it out to University City, where my man Jonathan is standing by.
Hey Tommy, thank you for having me on your podcast. My name is Jonathan Go from University City High School. And before I begin my prediction about the game against Kearney, I just want to give a big shout out to the team, the coaching staff, and the parents involved in our boosters. Now with the game against Kearney, you know, they're 2-0 in league right now, and they're really hungry for that 3-0 record. They have some athletes, but at the same time, you know, our team, we have some athletes as well. We've been practicing hard this week, getting physically and mentally prepared for the game, and I'm going to have to go with my team, University City. I'm confident that we're going to take the win, and I know my team is confident that we're going to win. Right now, we're thinking of this game as just another obstacle in the way of our goal. And our goal is, of course, everyone winning league champs and going on to playoffs. So that's my prediction. I hope you guys, you know, make the right decision this time. You know, you guys saw last week against Bishops, and you know, let's hope you guys make the right decision.
Do you think University City will beat Kearney this week?
You know what? Dakota Brown, great player over there at Kearney, who's making a lot of waves. Kid's explosive. I like the kid, the other running back they have over there at Kearney. He's very, very good. But Kearney doesn't have enough for University City. I'm going to go with the University City as the Centurions. I think they got something special going on over there. I think they'll be able to contain whatever Kearney has going on and be able to execute and win that game. So University City, I'm going with you guys. Let's go. University City for the win.
In our bonus game. So, guys, keep in mind, I am very superstitious. I'm very scared to pick you guys for your own well-being, but I will pick you this time, University City. University City will win this week. Mark that down. So, hey, it's a bonus game. We both got them. hopefully that works out for us. And those are our picks this week. Montell, anything else you want to add?
Yeah, actually, I do. I want to add quick things. Guys, play your hearts out this week. I know colleges are combing the campuses right now in the games for you guys getting recruited. I want to give a big shout out to Shea McClure and the Dixie State staff. I know they'll be out there this week. Shout out to Coach Wood from Cal Poly. I know he was out there last week looking at games. I know Azusa Pacific was out there last week looking at games. So, guys, coaches are looking. Play your hearts out. Be safe. Get ready to go. Let's earn that scholarship and let's represent San Diego. And last one, I want to give a mad shout out to Mr. Warner out there in Mission Bay. Congratulations on being named SEMPRA All-American All-Star. He's going to be representing San Diego County on the national level in the All-Star game. Very, very proud of that young man. Hope he continues to have success.
And I want to add one thing as well. A lot of people may know this about me. I'm a gigantic math nerd. So with the playoffs coming around the corner, a lot of questions with rankings. How many points is this? How many points is that? What is this? Tweet at me. Tweet at me any questions you have. I have the whole CF system figured out. Yes, I am that big of a nerd. So go ahead and tweet at me at Real Tommy Morris. And if you have any questions for how many wins you need or how many losses you need from someone else, please let me know.
There you go. There you go.
All right. We will see you guys next week, University City. Good luck.